Hey there. Today I'm super excited because I'm going to be talking through the Lensun Solar hood-mounted solar panel for a Nissan Frontier. I'm going to show you everything that comes in the box. I'm going to kind of talk to you about the benefits of this system and why you may want to install something like this, particularly if you're doing an overlanding build. So let's get into what comes in the Lensun Solar hood-mounted solar panel kit. Alright guys, so as I mentioned today, I'm talking about this Lensun Solar hood-mounted solar panel kit. The thing that I like about these, I actually heard about them from my buddy Grant at Arkansas Off-Road. He runs one of these, and so then I started looking into it and doing a little bit of research on the brand. But this kit, the entire install kit for a Nissan Frontier, with all the pieces you need to install this thing, is about $450. If you just go with the basic solar panel, it's even less than that. So again, I'm just going to kind of show you everything that's in this. It's also very easy to install. I've run solar for about 4 or 5 years. I've got a solar panel on the roof of my truck right now that is powering my auxiliary battery. I have a dual battery setup. This is going to keep my starter battery topped off all the time, so I never have to worry about that. So now I'm going to have both my batteries charging through solar 24/7. Whenever the sun is out, it's going to be grabbing power from the sun and keeping everything topped off, so I don't have to worry about a dead battery, and I can run a ton of auxiliary lights and accessories off the vehicle. First things first, what comes with it? This solar panel, again, is designed specifically for the Nissan Frontier. So you'll notice kind of the bends at the side. It's almost got a concavity to it that fits the bends in the hood. So again, it's really easy to just basically line this thing up. And what they recommend is using some painter's tape to mark the edges, figure out where exactly you need it, and then you line it up, you put 3M tape on the back, you stick it to the hood, and you're done. The other nice thing is once you get this installed, it's as simple as basically running this cord down underneath your hood and then connecting it to the controller. So the controller is an MPPT, which is a more advanced type of controller than the old school kind that I used to have on my old solar panel that I have on the roof of the truck. This thing is really smart. It will make the best possible use of the sun's power, and it will also make sure that it discharges and recharges your battery for you. And again, this thing is like the brain of the whole thing. This is what's going to keep everything, keeping your battery topped off and in as good a shape as possible. Now, the cool thing about this is how simple it is. So this has matching solar plugs, the sort of universal plugs that come with solar panels, so that again, when you run this down under the hood, you would plug that into these plugs, and then you've got essentially a positive and a negative here that are going to go on your battery terminals, and that's it. So you are basically plugging this thing into your battery so that the power from the solar can go into it, and then you're plugging this into the solar panel, and that's as easy as it is. It does come with some instructions for how to wire that stuff. There's also a couple videos online, and again, when I install mine, I'll be making a video of that too, so come back later and you will see that install video if you have questions about how to install this unit. Also with it in the complete kit is this really nice custom vinyl hood cover. So basically what it is like a black piece of vinyl that you can use to put on the hood and get it all lined up, and then you stick this down, and then it tells you exactly where to put this thing. So like I mentioned earlier, you can use painter's tape. If you don't get the complete kit, you could just use painter's tape, kind of mark it out with the actual solar panel up there, then put all your 3M on, line it up, stick it down, and you're good to go. Or you can get the complete kit for a couple bucks more, and you get this vinyl sticker that basically helps you line all that stuff up, makes it a little bit cleaner of an install, and also saves you a little bit of time as far as lining things up. Also with that, you do get a little sort of squeegee thing so that you can use that to push down the vinyl sticker. And then there's also some really simple instructions for how to mount the solar panel. Again, it's all in here, super, super easy to do. So that is pretty much the entire kit and what comes with it. Again, these things are really simple to install. I was kind of intimidated and a little scared of solar when I first sort of started building my truck for overlanding. And then the more that I learned about it, the more I realized that it's actually pretty simple stuff. Again, with the controller, it's going to do all the hard work for you. So as long as you hook the solar panel up correctly to the controller, which you really can't hook it up wrong, and then you hook the positive to the positive and then negative to the negative on your battery, you're all set, and it's going to do everything it can to keep that battery topped off whenever there is sun available. As far as why you might want to do something like this for your setup, the biggest reason for me is because of all the auxiliary lights and all the accessories and stuff that I've hooked up to this truck, even with the dual battery setup, there is still some parasitic loss all the time. I used to have dead batteries. If I didn't move the truck for a few days, a week or so at a time, I'd go out and I'd have a dead battery or a partially dead battery, and I'd have to kind of jump start it and get it going and let it run a little bit to come back. Once I put the solar on it though, I never had a dead battery again. It puts in a good enough amount of power every day. As long as the vehicle's in the sun, and I park mine outside, then it will keep your battery topped off pretty easily. This is a 100-watt panel, so again, if you are in the sun for the most part, then your vehicle will just stay topped off and you're good to go. So if you don't have to worry about it, or if you're worried that you're going to be drawing down power with all of your accessories and stuff when you're at camp and you're kind of stagnant for a day or 2 or 3 days or more, then something like a hood-mounted solar panel may be a great option just to keep those batteries topped off and to prevent you from having to start up your vehicle and run the truck and run power through the alternator to recharge your batteries. This gives you a way to be a little bit more static and a little bit less worried about the parasitic loss from your accessories. So again, that is everything you need to know about the Lensun Solar Kit. Again, they do make this for a number of vehicles. I will put a link in the description down below if you want to go check that out. They have some really cool stuff. So again, check that out down below. If you have any questions, of course, just post up in the comments. I'd love to hear from you. Also in the description below are links to all my social channels. So if you want to hang out anywhere else, I'd love to have you. There's also a link to Patreon. So we have a Discord there where we all kind of chat about our builds and stuff every week. And then once a month, we get together, drink a beer, and talk about questions people have, gear recommendations, things like that. So if you're interested in that, join that. And then last but not least, the Newbie Overlanders group. Facebook group, totally free to join. Tons and tons of awesome people in there that will not give you a hard time if you're kind of new to overlanding. Or if you're experienced and you want to come to a group that's not going to beat everybody up, this is the group for you. And we'd love to have you. So again, thanks for watching, and we'll see you guys next time.